Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third video of today, and thank you very much for the great support you are offering towards this channel. Yesterday, after the press preview, some information is reaching us saying that Fred Matiang'i, Kalonzo Musyoka had a secret meeting. This is the first meeting Fred Matiang'i and Kalonzo Musyoka have done since Fred Matiang'i arrived the country. Welcome to my YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is DMTV Kenya. I'm Dalmas. If this is the first time you are watching me, kindly subscribe, turn the notification bell so that anytime I'm going to do my videos, YouTube will automatically notify you. And for the returning subscribers, thank you very much for always coming back to support the content of this channel. Yes, without wasting much time, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to dive in and see the secret meeting that was done between Fred Matiang'i and Kalonzo Musyoka. And from there, what we are going to see, what does this mean politically? Sources close to the two said that the meeting focused on the current political crisis, the Gen Z protests, and the possible fall of Kenya Kwanza influence is what they had discussed in this meeting. That's from the close source we are getting from. With President Ruto losing public support, leaders like Fred Matiang'i and Kalonzo Musyoka are trying to position themselves for the future, that's 2027. They're likely discussing how to join forces, possibly to create a third force that is neither Ruto nor Raila, something new that could attract the youth and middle-class Kenyans who feel left out in this government. I want to tell you that such meetings are held in private to avoid media pressure or early political attacks. If people find out too early, it might scare off supporters or cause their enemies to prepare counter movers. However, the factor here is that the meeting has now leaked, suggesting that someone wanted Kenyans to know, possibly to test public reaction. You know, what happened on 25th has shocked the world. And right now, Kenya Kwanza are trying to follow up and see what the opposition leaders are doing. You have heard the Kenya Kwanza leaders suggesting that Rigathi Gachagua to be arrested. And I'm worried. If Rigathi Gachagua is arrested, what will happen in this country if the youths are trying to listen the side of Rigathi Gachagua? What will happen? My previous video, I talked about Rigathi Gachagua being accused of supporting the youths to demonstrate. And I told you that I don't agree with what they are saying, that Rigathi Gachagua is supporting the Gen Z demonstrations. But that's not the discussion of this analysis. Is a new alliance coming between Fred Matiang'i and Kalonzo Musyoka? Matiang'i has been silent for a long time since leaving office. Kalonzo has been present but not powerful. I want to tell you that together, they may try to bring together utter neutral leaders like Eugene Wamalwa, Martha Karua, or even discontent Kenya Kwanza members to form a new coalition. They could be watching the Gen Z movement closely, hoping to build a political solution to match the people's frustrations. Or at some point, they might fear trying to ride on the Gen Z energy for political gain. And another question I'm asking myself, what could this mean for the country? If this alliance becomes real, it might change the political game in this country. Instead of the usual Ruto versus Raila, we may see a new force of opposition that could speak for the youth, that could speak for the professionals and the peaceful majority in this country. But at the same time, it will only work if it is genuine. Kenyans are tired of politicians who pretend to care. They want real change in this country, not recycled leaders using protests to return to power. This meeting is just the beginning. It shows that some might be coming, but we must stay alert. Whether you support Matiang'i, Kalonzo Musyoka, or Gen Z, the truth is that Kenya is changing. The next leaders must listen, they must serve, and at some point respect the people, or they will be rejected like the current ones. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to ask yourself, why do you think the opposition leaders are trying to unite? What have they seen in this government? I'm planning to do a critical analysis on how the government is trying to eliminate young voters so that when it comes to 2027, they could have reduced the number of voters so that they can be re-elected again. Thank you for watching this video up to the end. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. And if you've not watched my previous videos, kindly go back, watch one or two. That's the only way you can support my channel. Goodbye and stay tuned.